Woo! Woo! Man, what a night of fight. Great night to be a fight fan last night. You and me. You and me to start off with the UFC. You know, the prelims. The only really fight I want to talk about on the prelims was Misha Tate, the veteran, going against Jaleel Avila. And they made Misha the underdog because they talking about she's supposed to be retiring? Get out of here with that. Misha already told y'all. Kill that noise. Kill that noise. And she proved it last night with a dominant performance. No flaws in that fight. It's either the opponent wasn't up to the standards, but Misha Tate just showed y'all last night she still got it. Don't want to hear no more talk about retiring. Misha Tate, keep pushing, baby. They must have forgot you was a former contender, title contender. They must have forgot you only started losing to the greater fighters. Put some respect on Misha Tate for me, please, and thank you. Sub that girl, by the way. Next fight I wanted to talk about was Clay Guida and Jacque Silva. A little back and forth action. Clay still got it. Never seen a guy in the Hall of Fame still in the sport. Hands down, one of the greatest of all time. Not greatest of all time. One of the best UFC fighters in history. Longevity, stuff like that. Clay Guida lost. But I mean, he put up a good fight. Next fight I want to get into. Kelvin Gastelum, Sean Brady. Who's Sean Brady? Have I been under a rock or something? Because why am I just saying this guy Sean Brady? Dominant performance on Kelvin Gastelum, former contender. Coming down the weight class. Supposed to be better. That boy Sean Brady said Kelvin Gastelum who? He looks like a serious threat in a stacked division called the lightweight division, the 155ers. Sean Brady, man, I don't know, bro. I'm sorry, welterweight division. I'm speaking too fast because I'm so excited about Sean Brady, man. That guy is a serious contender, can give anyone problems. Everything that Kelvin Gastelum tried to do, it's like Sean Brady was one step ahead of him. It's like he'd touch his hip just to get him to look down there, and Kelvin Gastelum might think he have something there, and then he'd go grab his arm. Or go grab his neck, and then go behind his back. Man, Brady dominant performance, man. I loved it. Loved to see it. Nitty gritty. And had the fight won. Won the first round, second round. Think he let up on the gas? Gotta love that. A guy who already know he's got the fight in the bag comes out in the third round and doesn't let up. Subbed him. Get him out of here. Just to put icing on it. I done dominated him for 2 rounds. And I'm gonna finish him. Loved it. Sean Brady, you are on my list of guys to keep an eye out for. Next fight I want to talk about. Rob Font versus David Figueroa. Oh, man. Figgy. Former flyweight champion. Coming up to bantamweight. Not taking no recesses. Coming straight into the division at the top of the division. Rob Font. Good contender. He tried. Figueroa was just a savvy vet. Coming into y'all division, he's coming to make some noise. The way he outclassed, I wouldn't say dominated, he outclassed Rob Font last night. And it made me remember. He was the former flyweight champion. That's why he's fighting a number 8 contender. You know? That's why that's happening. So, great win. Even though he didn't finish Rob Font, I think he had opportunities in that fight where he could have finished him. Didn't get the job done. But great job by Davison Figueroa. Now, that brings me to the co-main event. Man. Bobby Green, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You know, another guy with longevity. You know, I heard in the excerpts he said he was in sniper range of the title. We talking about the lightweight division here. We talking about the lightweight division here. We talking about you in sniper range of the title. Don't get me wrong, no disrespect to Bobby Green. But last night, if you talking about you in sniper range of the title, you cannot come out there with a performance like that. Now, granted, that may be your style, whatever, but you took that man lightly. Every time he throw a punch, you're all like, what's that? This the first round, bro. You all like, every time. And one of the things I keyed on watching that fight, I said, Jalen Turner, throw a punch just to get him to react to that, doing that dumb shit, looking, and follow up behind it while he think he got time to do some shit like that. But Jalen Turner stayed focused. He didn't let the antics get to him and put that boy to sleep. Stop playing in this ring. Stop playing in this cage like that, boy. Put him to sleep. Daniel Cormier talking about some, oh my God, terrible stoppage. What? He could have stopped it sooner. You ask me? Yeah, he could have been stopped that. He could have been stopped that. Boy was wailing on him. Body went limp. Talking about terrible stoppage. Bobby Green tried to get up and walk to him. He was all like, yeah. Can't be playing in that mother. It's not a game. This is not a game when it comes to fighting. You can't be sitting up there playing with trained killers. And Jalen Turner brought it to you with all that playing. And I liked it. Get that boy up out of here. All that playing. Yeah, we ain't with that. We ain't with that. Bobby Green, very disappointed because you're a vet, man. I'm very disappointed. You know, as a fan, by the way. I'm a fan of you. Longevity, people don't get this type of stint that you got going on. Still ranked in the top 15. Doesn't happen. Disappointing in the way you came in prepared, and Jalen Turner showed you it's not a game. Then we got the main event. Main events have been great the past couple weeks. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Main events have been great. You know, even though it was a quick, it didn't last very long. But man, this guy, Arman, I don't want to get his name wrong. Tsarukyan versus Beneil Dariush. Now, apparently this guy, Arman, had, success against Islam. And he's talking about he want that fight next. Lightweight division's too stacked for that, buddy. I don't think you're going to get it next. You got a lot of great guys ahead of you. Dustin Poirier, Michael Chandler, Charles Oliveira, Let those guys mix it up. Or maybe you can get in with one of those guys and potentially beat Islam next. But I also would like to see Islam defend against a lightweight guy. Can't really knock him. It's not his fault. Charles got hurt. Volk definitely deserve it. The first time and the second time. Volk said, "Hey, I want double champ status." It just so happened Islam had just received the belt. You can't deny Volk with that one. Okay, one of the greatest of all time. I'm not taking that back. One of the greatest of all time. Okay, I ain't gotta take that one back. You hear me? So he deserved it. I guess nobody else wanted to take a chance on short notice having to fight Islam, knowing how great he is in his own right. So Volk, even though he took it on short notice, terrible decision, but he did it. Anyway, moving on. This guy Armin, man, got in there and got it done quick. And he had his leg in the air and still knocked his fucking brains loose. Amazing. I loved it. Loved every bit of it. Loved every bit of it. Great UFC card. A lot of finishes. Not too many fights, I think, even went to decision. That even in the prelims. Main card, I think 2 fights went to the decision. And that's what we want to see. We want to see definitive victories. We don't want nobody getting cheated by the judges, but it happens. Oh well, that's your fault. You let it go that far. Next up, I'm glad he ended that quick because guess what? I had 2 more fights to watch. One being Ryan Garcia versus Oscar Duarte. Now, I heard Ryan say, people were saying, why would he take this fight? Sometimes I think it's just to hype it up and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Me saying that because I don't know much about Oscar Duarte. So I'm saying that to say I don't know what the measuring stick was. You feel what I'm saying? The measuring stick of what we should expect out of Ryan. But also, knowing Ryan should expect great things, regardless of who he's fighting. Now, with that being said, Oscar Duarte looked like he would give a lot of guys problem who weren't Ryan Garcia that night. He looks like a baby Canelo. High guard. He looked like he's straight out of Reynoso camp. The guy looked it strong, and he was strong. But Ryan was just that much more experienced. Man, Ryan looked this sharp. That boy looked this sharp. He still got those fast, powerful hands. But one thing we going to speak on, and Ryan, I'm going to tell you this, coming from me, you might want to patent that. I don't know what you want to call it. It definitely ain't a Philly show. But you might want to call it the California show. I don't know what that was. I heard Sean Porter saying, I don't know what he's doing. I mean, it's new. It's different. Nobody's never seen it. So, granted, people are going to criticize it at first. He's like, he's going to get hurt. And I'm like, Sean, are you watching the same thing I'm watching? First, I thought he was doing it because I thought his rib was still bothering him. I'm like, he's trying to protect that rib. And then I heard a commentator say that. I said, it might be true. But Ryan got that out the way at the end of the fight. But it was very effective as I'm watching it, because the ref say, hey, man, you can't hit him in his back. And he negated all right hands with that posture. And he was able to block a lot of those shots coming in from the left side. Now, Oscar Duarte, when he got him to open up, he should have came over with an overhand right. It was there a lot of the time. But then Ryan started to move his feet, and it opened up Oscar Duarte to lunge in with his punches, because he's a big hooking guy. So when he went to go for a big hook and lunged in, and Ryan whipped that joint right into his temple, knocked the cobwebs loose. Ryan hit him so hard and so fast, He didn't even realize he was hurt. It took for him to hit him. His legs bobbled right then and there the first time, but he kept his composure a little bit, and Ryan hit him a couple more times, and he seen him try to grab the rope, and that's when Ryan was like, "Oh, I got him," and he proceeded to beat him. Boom, 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 done. Now, my thing with Oscar was, why? I think he was defeated. I don't think he wanted to fight anymore. But fighters know, get up at 8. Get up at 8. The fighting been going on a long time. You don't try to get up at 9. You get up at 8 if you want to continue. And I'm pretty sure the ref told him that before the fight. 8 or you're done. Everybody know that. So I think he was defeated, and he didn't want no more of those problems. Because even though he had that high guard, Ryan, with his punch selection and the way he throws his punches, he was getting all up and through that guard, whipping him in there. So I think he was battered, and frustrated. More so frustrated. But great performance by Ryan. I think you should patent that move, buddy. It's something different. It's something new. We've never seen it. What is he doing? You need to own it. Because it worked. I'm probably against that style. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work all the time. I don't know. We don't know. But it looked very effective, and nobody knows what it is. So, patent it for somebody else try to take it. Like the Philly Shuffle. It's been a thing. But on to the final fight of the night. I got to see my man Mike Perry versus Eddie Alvarez for the King of Violence. And Mike Perry, he deserves that title. Yes, he does. Because that man went in there and said, throw your best shots, and I'm going to catch it with my face. No, I ain't blocking nothing. Hit me right here as much as you can, and I'm going to get mine in with it. And Eddie Alvarez took full advantage of that in the first round. Yes, he did. Busting them all up. But guess what? Mike Perry said, that's all you got. Second round came out, same thing. Punch me here, see if you can take mine. And that's how that fight went until Mike Perry caught him with a mean right hook. After that, Eddie Alvarez so old that, that type of punishment, he's going to swell up and stuff like that faster, quicker, at that age. But, shout out to Mike Perry for earning that title, man. King of Violence, he deserves it. Yes, sir. He deserved it. And that's exactly what he is. The King of Violence. Eddie Alvarez quit on the bench, which he should have, And what I like about the bare knuckle fighting, it's like taking fighting to its minimalist form. And a lot of times with that bare knuckle fighting, it's going to come down to stamina. Like we seen with Adams and Terrell. Adams was winning that fight. Got tired. Stamina and mostly the will. Because a lot of those guys are freak of natures and they can take a beating. They can take a beating. And it's who can take the beating the longest, the furthest, the hardest. And that's what I like about bare knuckle. It's not a lot of skill. A lot of guys don't really have a bare knuckle fighting skill set. I haven't really seen a true skill set, It's just who can take the punches to the face the longest, the hardest, and stuff like that. But man, please, man, comment down in the bottom what you thought about these fights last night, man. I got time. Let me know what you guys thought about the fights last night. What's your opinions? like, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff, man. Support your boy. I'm in this for the long haul. Hey, holla at me. I'm out.